Hey there, Rockstar. This is Ruben Whitter, expressing gratitude to Anchor.fm for distributing Rambunctious Bombastic Newscast to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, as well as an entire universe of podcast platforms. You know what? Let me tell you about Anchor.fm, just in case you haven't heard of it before. Anchor.fm is the easiest 100% free one-stop shop to record, edit, and sonify your podcast, all from your smartphone or computer. You, the creator, just have to provide your golden voice, an internet connection, and the user-friendly interface will help you guide yourself through all the creation tools available. Did you know that solely because of Anchor.fm, Rambunctious Bombastic Newscast became monetized with no minimum listenership? Yeah, you heard that right. And the same can happen to your podcast too. Thank you again to Anchor.fm. Download the Anchor app for free or go to Anchor.fm to get started today. Hashtag Anchor. Hey now. So, I was ready to really turn for this. It's a called podcasting, but it's something else. Like, it's not vlogging because that's from a camcorder. It's. I was miking. My God. New term, 2020. I'm throwing out all these words, man, and they're cool. People need to catch up to the way I be talking. Hello. So, yeah, I was biking on the street, and there was loads of construction. Now, with the construction working, I understand that things need to be done to like to build things. Like, hello, but it would be so useful for us as other people to like know what's going on, and yeah, like so then we can be excited for something rather than it being just like an inconvenience, you know? It's like it's irritating. It's irritating. It's like yeah, all this like drilling and everything else, and it's like okay, like what for? What's the purpose? Or I just hear it's just like noise for no reason. Like, gosh. Anyway, I've had like lots of random thought bubbles recently, and I'll start by saying this. It's a shame that so many women out there, so many females, don't know how to differentiate between someone who wants to be their friend, someone who wants to rape them, and someone who wants a relationship with them and to look after them and like, all that nonsense. You know, it's just kind of weird. I feel like there's just like a funk right now in like womanhood in general that like there's, I don't know, us guys just like happy being us, but it seems like women seem to be going through a what it means to be a woman kind of phase in life, and it's so strange. Even like trans men and everything, like trans men, for example, have not really faced too much of anything. It's like okay, join the boys club, but trans women, it's like, gosh, what defines a woman and what makes this that and the third? It's quite strange. It's quite strange. So I just came back from a functional skills assessment. Now, people who don't know what functional skills are, I've been told they're like sort of like the adult GCSEs, and I scored pretty high in them. Like I almost got level 3, which is cool. I don't know how it goes, but yeah, I got into two good unis. I dropped out twice though, but like yeah, the skills are there. It's cool, and the algorithm, the computer, it makes questions harder and harder and harder. I think, but depending on how well you answer the previous questions, and like they're just like doing normal things like how many 20p's are in £10, for example, and it's like, well, 20 times 5 is 1. That's a pound, and then times that by 10. That's 50 for £10. Right. Though I'm wondering, like, we are very much going to be living in a cashless society soon-ish. So, I wonder how that's going to go. I mean, I think in numbers necessarily. I haven't had change in a good minute. You know? And even when I'm buying takeaways, it just seems like a ball ache to take out cash and then like give them the money. Like, but it's on my phone, you know. And even these drug dealers when I'm buying weed, it's like I'll find the drug dealer that has contactless. Like legit, the moment that I can tap my phone, and then like is the moment that we do it all. You know? Honestly. But then out of nowhere they threw out this like physics question, which was like, gosh, density, mass and volume. And I was like, gosh, throw it back. I haven't felt that in a while. In a long while. Yeah, and I was exercising parts of my brain, which I haven't exercised in the longest time. I'm not saying that acting and modelling is not rewarding in itself, but for me, it's kind of fun. It was fun because what I love about school so much is that, like, I use that part of my brain. I felt like I was actually doing something. Other people, like, they really like football and really like playing out and things like that, but it's like, I like solving those kind of questions. It was kind of cool. I liked it. It was fun. Yeah. And, you know, I found, for anyone who is, you know, up and coming, or what have you, it might be worth just doing a few of these courses, you know, like, honestly, they are there, and whether you like it or not, everyone needs a means of income. And I've been, like, so shy away from management, because, like, also, I don't like talking down to people, I don't. I like uplifting people and, like, making people happy and stuff like that. Yeah. But now I'm going to do, like, this the customer service type thing. Which is okay. It's okay. Yeah. And the great thing about Britain, of course I haven't, you know, grown up and been a child in any other country, so I don't know how it is exactly. But Britain is great because it has so many courses which are available to you to navigate yourself through whichever world you want, be it corporate, be it acting, be it anything else, really. And the thing is, though, I found that these employers, they really care about these courses, and they usually only ever employ people from these courses. Which, if someone told me that from jump, I would have done so many things differently. But you're not really told these sorts of things. You're told to go to school and then go to college and go to university and then get a job. But like, what about that? So many things in between. These are jobs which like no one thinks about either. And like, I have had some, not necessarily bad jobs because I'm getting this coin regardless of what you think, but just in terms of colleagues and managers and stuff, it's like, gosh, it's so weird. It's so weird. So yeah, that's what I'm doing for the next couple of months. But it's like a while till the course itself starts. And I want this thing called universal credit, and people that are really hacking on universal credit, like they're really knocking it down. But I think universal credit is what it is. Like, you can't live, you can't do anything. God damn. like I can barely afford my new fast fashion clothes. And the thing about fast fashion, right now I'm wearing this striped shirt from H&M, which looks so funky fresh. It's cool, I like it. The thing about fast fashion is that it exists. I think I actually prefer fast fashion to other bespoke brands. But the reason why I'm talking about this again is because I saw this, and I see so many fake allowances on YouTube and things like that, and I'm saying that they're fake because if you felt any kind of way, excuse me, by the way, if you truly felt any kind of way about any of these systems that we employ as human beings to help with what we do, then you would have done things. You would do things the proper way. You would write letters, or you would go to these places, and you would actually raise issues. And also, I find it very strange how people feel like they have the license to dictate what happens in like countries which are not their own. You know, these things exist, and these t-shirts are being produced whether you buy them or not. So it's like, yeah, may as well. I think they're okay. And this person in particular who I was watching, she was saying very much so things along the lines of, yeah, I'm not going to buy from fast fashion brands so that I can feel better about my purchase and my wardrobe. She wasn't saying that we need to end all these malpractices, like fair trade, for example. Like, it might be better to get fair trade things because the workers will be healthier. So then we can have more bananas. rather than so that I may feel better as a consumer. Like, that to me is secondary sort of thing. You know? Like, the point of buying fair trade is that the other person on the other side of the deal gets a fair wage and gets a better deal, rather than for my own personal benefit so I can feel better. You know? That to me was kind of weird. How she was talking about herself when talking about these sweatshops and everything else and fast fashion brands. And it's like, well, I don't know. Not everyone has the luxury to buy more expensive clothes. They don't. So these things exist. Gosh. And rather than trying to promote these other brands that sustainability is subjective. Honestly, it is. If you research any industry enough, you'll find that sustainability is it can be quite subjective. You know? I mean, even things like tidal power, for example. Do you want to really mess up the Earth's currents and waves for the sake of electricity? And all the migration patterns of all these whales and these fish and everything else too? I'm not so sure that you would want to, necessarily, when it comes down to it. You know? So yeah. Oh, and also, the guy who was doing my session with me, he pulled out all my old records for school and everything, and I was like, oh, God, this is extensive. Like, gosh, I did all of this. Wow. I mean, university is like, the reason why I dropped out is because I didn't want to. The universities I was went to at the time, they weren't. I don't want to get tricked into just having my life just be about books and academia, because life is very expansive and it's very complex, and there are so many aspects of life, and it's like, I don't want to get stuck just caring about science and books and psychology and stuff and these man-made concepts which don't care if you live or die. I care about people and exploring the planet and exploring cuisines and foods. It's like, that's when, oh my gosh, I'm just thinking about a time when, like, that other guy said, what do you think about politics? And I was like, nothing. What do you think about religion? Not much. You know? Like, if I wanted to care about those things, then it would come from me, I feel. Like, I would wake up one day and think, you know what? I'm going to, but no. It's so convoluted. It's like, I just can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. That's me out. It brings me low frequencies, to be honest with you. And I would do other things, to be honest. I don't want to talk about movies or culture or, like, fun things. Politics is like, it brings you down, man. Why should everyone talk about that? But Anyway, just for my own life journey, my own development, if you will, I realise now that there are some things which I want to do in life, which university very much would facilitate. Definitely. And this actually may be the beginnings of me going back to university, because I put out on the universe that I want to go back to university this year. Not next, this year. Definitely. And I'm hoping that maybe I really can. Let's see, what have I got written down? I did. I've written down, I want to do a foundation in chemistry, because on this weekend I just want to party and like get wasted and stuff. Then I'm going to do a bachelor's in computer science. Now, with this one, maybe, God, private school again? Because the university that actually does computer science and economics in one, it's private school again, and it's like, I don't know if I want to go to private school again. Oh, so boring last time. Then again, I don't have to stay in private school if I don't want to. I mean, well, then again, I can like have weekends off and everything else too, and like party and everything. But God damn it, I might do. But the Lord knows that had I have actually done life right, quote unquote, then I would already have a bachelor's in computer science and economics from that school when I say in school. And it's like, hell, I probably like dropped out and everything even the one that I left. But if I write some letter or something, and that's honestly, I just wasn't in the mind frame. I didn't have a support network at all back then. I thoroughly don't now. Don't get it twisted. But now I know that I don't necessarily need other people to cheer me on to, well, I know to my destination. You know what I mean? When you're on the stairway to heaven, I mean, do you really care about this one or that one? Like, cheering you on as you get there? Or do you care about getting there? You know? Then again, university is not all about school. And then again, would it be to my benefit to, gosh, that would be, it'll be so exciting. It will be. It'll be mesmerizing. It'll be the most epic story I could tell. But I'm not doing that for the story, of course. But it's like, should I go to a public university that has all the facilities in-house? Or should I go to a private university where I would have to pay extra to get facilities outside? You know? And also, like, mixing with other people and stuff, it's like, hey, yo, I'm facing myself. I might replace my pink hoodie with a baby blue one, but it's still there. And also, having lived in London before, it's like, it's cool. Yeah. Goodness. But even then, I'm the kind of person where I drink to get drunk. Like, if you give me a champagne reception, I'm going to be paralytic by the end of it. I am. That's all you need to know. And I don't drink with my meal or anything. Hell, if you give me one, no. Give me 10, no. Give me 20, and let's see how much I can take. Hey yo. And holidays and things like that too. It's like, you know what I mean? I was wondering, but it's just about downtime, you know? If you want to do something in your downtime, if you want to go out somewhere, whatever have you, like, gosh, I have to take a bus here. Then again, it might give me an excuse to do other things, like get a moped and everything else too. It'll be exciting. It will be. God. I just wish that I wasn't surrounded by such arseholes way back when. You thought they could like displace all that bullshit onto me. Like, fuck off. Seriously. And had that one who, let's be real, she never wants to be, she wants to be my mother. That's just the sooner that I get over that, the happier I would be. So if that one didn't waste so much time trying to unload negativity onto me, like, you should want to spur your child on to do greatness. Not like, oh no, you'll probably fail anyway, so what's the point of even... No. Don't talk to me, please. And honestly, I may need more motivations than not to do things. And also, it might just take... I won't live in London, it takes an hour to get to anyway. And it's like, god damn, what kind of person do I want to be? Thing is, I don't want to get my education out of the way necessarily, but I just want a good education. And it's like how everyone who can do a bachelor's and master's in one. And that brings up my master's degree, right? Because like having like 10 master's degrees. It's very interesting, isn't it? And again, the kind of person I want to be is sort of unless it's that private school kind of vibe. But hey, it'll be fun. And education is education regardless. But it'll be interesting. Damn, I wish I'd do some fucking credit. You know. Management. That'd be cool anyway. My god. Weed smoking, cider drinking. It'll be epic. That'd be epic. Oh, yes. And I will say thank you to that guy for allowing me to be myself. Because he was just like, yeah, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Whereas a lot of other employers, would be like, oh, you're too this and this for this place. But it was like, no. This will give you the foundation you need to go. I really want to. I was like, oh, okay, cool, thank you. Like, oh, why not? Why the hell not? Why not? And what's the difference between, at this point, 2 years or 3, and how many that actually year? I like it. Nay, I love it. Gosh. So anyway, foundation chemistry, then bachelor's in computer science, or computer science and economics, then a master's in economics or classics, or both, and then PhD history of that. It's kind of fun. So the things which I want to do. Really am debating now. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. It would be so cool. It would be so cool. And I feel like I'm a bit better person as well for pushing myself harder. Yeah. Why not? Why not? And that guy too was really excited about, like, that's the thing, like, I really don't judge anyone else's story or anyone else, like, where they are right now. As long as you're, like, enjoying what you do in the moment and having a good time, you know, that's what life is all about, right? Oh. Why not? Why not? And also, an experience is what you make it. So you may as well make it something epic. May as well. Interesting. When people say, that's the thing, I've lived so many avenues within life, and when people say that they're not happy, like, that's why, hey yo, if depression is real for you, then let it be. But, you never get the time going back. You never get the time going back. But, you can always make every best decision you can going forward. And what's that thing from what that Maya Angelou said? Now that you know better, do better. That's all you need to do. But some people don't want to give themselves the opportunity. Which is kind of terrifying, to be honest. Wait, look at this. That's me. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Also, it's like, it's so expensive. I feel like now I'm at a point where I can actually, like, really do things and really, like, you know, take things apart and assess where I want to go. I think that's a very unique position in life. Yeah, it's supposed to be all about go, 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 and I get that to an extent. But it's like, I mean, I've seen the effects of certain things and certain ways of life and everything, and it's like, when all is said and done, I can be content with the life that has been bestowed on me. Happy, well, happiness fluctuates, but content is like, you know what? Yes. Definitely. Am I happy? Am I over the moon? Well, what is your happiness? I mean, you could be ignorant and oblivious to all the avenues in life, but would you say that you're happy? You know, if you're born rich, for example, you might be oblivious to poverty and, like, even functional skills level 1 and 2. But then, you know, but then, is that happiness? Like, we're doing this thing in my drama group, and in my, well, it's a drama group in essence, yeah. But you know, I say acting lessons and things like that too. And then our little mini group, in the group scene, and this other character was like in bliss, supposedly content, happy, every day is the same, a very comfortable level of happiness. There you go. And she was like, well, should I go through the portal or not? Because I might fall flat on my face all over again. Or I might just rocket sky high. But I only know that if I take the leap. And plus I have to, like, put my own funds together for the first year anyway, so... Hello, I may as well. Yeah. I'm so decently with it, right? It's pretty cool. And plus you get your master's degree funded now too, which is amazing. And I think that if I did my master's degree any earlier than now, then I wouldn't have known that. It's really cool. But it's actually a really cool country, you know. It is. Which is why, I don't know. Which is why I say that, like, of all the countries that exist in the world, even in Europe, Britain is actually, like, one of... The standard of living is actually pretty... It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. However... British people, they like to see you put in effort. And also, the effort you put in is like, it's very much so, it's very much a combination of everything. Like, some countries, they value university and experience, all this sort of thing. University qualifications, all this sort of things. Other places, they value, other countries, they value people skills and talking to others and blah, 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 blah. But in Britain, they like things the way they like things. And it's like, it's like, let's check the checklist, and then, yeah, and then, like, you're in. But to me, as I'm very Americanized, like it wasn't wild for me to adjust to that. Oddly enough, because how did I live life in Norway? I might have gone to New York when I was 16 and everything else. That's because, like, acting in America, you really navigate and network your way through this, and that. But in Britain, they're like, B-Techs. B-Techs are a pain in the backside. But, heck, I'm living in mostly a B-Tech world, so at least I have that in the back of my brain that I'm able to, like, you know what, I can set aside my own needs in terms of my own nuances, personality, my own personal development and spiritual journey. But I can also, like, have that over there for corporate world. Sort of thing. You know? And I felt like, at the time, I was being boxed into corporate world without any personality or any nuances or anything. Which terrified me. Honestly. I was like, that's just a shock to the system. But now I can, like, ease on down the road sort of thing. Yeah. Cool. I'm actually looking forward to it, you know. Like, that's the first time in a long time that I actually felt sort of, like, excited. And everyone there was, like, really bubbly, really friendly, really whatever. Cool. Like, I say whatever as in, like, it's nothing pejorative, nothing mean. But, you know, they were, like, you know, friendly and good environment and stuff. And honestly, when you go through trying times and hard times, there's a marked difference between people who actually want to get better, people who want to get back to a particular way of living, and people who just are depressive and miserable. And I was surrounded by people who are just miserable. But for some reason, in my spirit, I'm like, this misery is dumb. Like, why don't you, it's too stressful. And I'm the kind of person where, like, I can literally feel it in my blood. I can feel the misery. Ugh, I can feel it, I can sense it. Honestly, Britain's cool. Like, I have superstars rings. But if you... But, yeah, like, I could happily come back... After I travel the world and everything else, too, I can happily, like, you know what? Come back here and... peace and quiet. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. Okay. I feel really good. I feel really good. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there because I got some things to do. But yeah, see you later. Bye.